Okay, so today we're going to make a box with a hole going through it. So the first thing that I want us to do is go up to the title and change the name. We're going to go ahead and change this to your first name. I'm going to put Mr. H, and then we're going to put it or call it box 1.0. All right, so this is the first box that we're going to make. Click anywhere on the screen and you will get your title to save. Okay, next thing we're going to do is go over to our basic shapes. We're going to click and drag one of the red boxes over to the screen. If you want to change the color, you can go ahead and click on the solid and change it to a color of your choice. All right, so I'm going to make mine green. There we go. And now what I want to do is I want to make this box 50 millimeters tall by 50 millimeters wide by 50 millimeters deep. Okay, and I can do that in very small steps or very few steps. Okay, if I select the box, so right now the box is not selected. If I click on the box, it is now selected. I'm going to hold down the shift key and I'm going to click on one of these white squares. Once I click on one of the white squares, I'm going to let go of the shift key and I'm going to click on one of the two number 20s and I'm going to type in 50, enter. And that's going to make the box jump to 50 by 50 by 50 tall. Okay, and I'm going to just show you that again. So I'm just going to delete the box altogether by hitting the delete key. So I'm dragging a box over, placing it. I'm going to hold down the shift key. I'm going to click on one of the white squares while I'm holding down shift. Once I click on it, I'm going to let go of the shift key, select one of the two number 20s, type in 50, enter. Notice I didn't delete the original letter numbers. I just typed in the new numbers, 50. Now I have a box that's 50 by 50 by 50, and I can go ahead and change the color to any color I want, and we have a box. Next thing that I want to do is I want to put a hole directly through the middle of this box. Okay, I want to put a hole directly through the middle. All right, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab the cylinder that has gray lines going through it. That represents a cylinder that's going to create a hole. Okay, I'm going to drag it over, and now when I zoom in on here, I'm scrolling the mouse wheel forward. I'm going to select the white square that's on top of the cylinder. So I'm going to click right now on this one, and the number 20 stays in place, and I'm going to go ahead and make this one 60 millimeters, and it's going to make it 60 millimeters tall. So there we go. We now have a 50 millimeter box and a 60 millimeter cylinder. Now I want to center this cylinder directly in the middle of this box. Okay. Now, if I just pick it up and try and do this by eye, I might get it perfect or I might not get it perfect. What I want you to do is I want you to draw a box around both of these objects. Now, if you take the arrow, the black arrow, and you take it outside the two objects and I click and hold the mouse down, and you can see that I'm drawing a red box around both objects. And you'll notice over here it says shapes 2. That means I have 2 shapes selected. So if I have just one object selected, then it just says a box. If I click on the other object, it says cylinder. When I draw a box around both, it says shapes 2. And if I was to draw a box around 3 objects, it would say shapes 3. All right, so now that I have these 2 selected, I'm going to go ahead and hit the align button on my toolbar. I can also use L on the keyboard as a shortcut, but I'm just going to hit the button. And now you're going to see a series of black dots appear. So we have 3 black dots along the side here. I'm going to click the middle black dot right here on the left. Now there's 3 black dots along the bottom here. I'm going to pick the middle black dot here. And then there's actually another set of 3 black dots that go up top, from top to bottom. I'm going to leave those alone. I'm just going to select the black dot on the left and the black dot in the middle on the bottom. Once I have those selected, I'm going to just draw a box around both objects again, and I'm going to go up and hit the group button, which is up on the toolbar. I can also use Control G, and when I do that, it groups both objects together and it creates a hole going right through the box. And if you look underneath, we can see the hole passing right through. Okay, so that's going to be your first task, is to create one of these 50 millimeter boxes with a hole going directly through the center of it. If you have any problems, you can ask questions from me, or you can get help from one of your classmates. Okay, good luck, and we'll see you on the next project.